Hello and welcome to Dave's Delightful Dishes. As always, I'm Dave, and it's such a delight to have you here visiting me today in my bar. And today, after going to the grocery store and seeing some really good looking citrus that came in, we're going to do some cocktails. Let's check it out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is my wife saw these blood oranges and said, I want you to make me a cocktail. And she actually asked for a Cosmo. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a blood orange Cosmo. So I need a shaker. And I need a knife. And I'm going to use my, put all my stuff over here with my fixings. And I just want to get one pinwheel of this blood orange. So as you can see, that's a blood orange right there. They sure are pretty. Those will go over there. Just gets out of my way. And we got to squeeze this blood orange into a glass first. So I just have a container here that I can do that with, and a juice squeezer. They come in different styles and sizes. I'm going to be looking for an ounce total, so you end up maybe having to squeeze this whole remaining orange. These guys work better on limes than larger citrus like this, but they still work, and I have it always in my bar. But any style that you like, whether it's like a juicer or a power juicer or anything like that, no problem. The next cocktail I had to do other ways because it was even larger than this. There we go. So we're just going to squeeze both of these. And that will get us, hopefully, our ounce of blood orange. Put that off to the side. Now I need vodka, and usually a pretty good vodka. So I'm using Grey Goose today because it's what I got on me, but I wouldn't use bottom shelf here. And I need 2 ounces of this. Two ounces, and then it's 1.5 ounces of the blood orange juice. So we'll start with a half. Ends up being about 1.25 ounces today. That wasn't as juicy as I would have hoped for that particular orange. But if you want to, if you're doing a bunch of them, just get a whole batch and then juice the whole thing out. I like using these little bottles to hold on to the extra juice. And then I need some triple sec. Now, if you have Cointreau, that works too. In fact, that'd probably work pretty well. But I use triple sec because it works. It'll work as Cointreau. It'll work as Curacao, and it works just as triple sec itself. And I need 1 ounce of triple sec. And then I need 1/2 ounce of lime juice. Now you can sit there and squeeze a lime, and I do. But I also have this company makes a lime juice that is not concentrated and is just specifically for mixing drinks. Is at the right? They say it's at the right concentration for drinks, and it seems to work out pretty well. And 1/2 ounce of that. Now to that, I need to put a bunch of ice. And put the lid on. And before I start shaking, we'll get a martini glass out. And I'm going to take my pinwheel. I'm just going to lay the pinwheel right on it. So that's ready to pour. Once it's really cold in your hands, it's ready. And I'm going to take some zest, or a twist that into the glass. And just like that, you have a blood orange Cosmo. Oh, yeah, that's really nice. The little bit of vodka pulls through, it keeps it from being too sweet. I would say this is great. If you get your hands on some blood oranges, give this one a try. So let's reset and do the next one. Okay, so this next one is a gin cocktail, and it is also shaken. It is called a Pomelo Basil cocktail. I mean, literally, it's a classic kind of a drink, and so it is a gin drink too. So I'm going to use from the cabinet of curiosities, because we've been drinking this Hendricks gin, and they've got all these like non-juniper forward styles. This one today I'm going to be using is called Oasium, and it's citrus and spice, and it's going to go well with this pomelo and the basil syrup that we're going to make. So I need to put in 1.5 ounces of that. And Hendricks is not a sponsor. I'm just a fan. You should check these out. They've got a whole bunch of different ones, and they're always putting new ones out. My favorite has been Neptunia, but it's like impossible to find now. But different ones for different purposes. I need 3/4 ounce of basil simple syrup. Now, simple is just pourable sugar. So it's a cup of water, a cup of sugar. You heat it till it's boiling, and then I took 8 bay leaves, broke them in half, stirred them in, and let them simmer. And I turn it down to low and let them simmer in with the simple syrup for 10 minutes. And I need 3/4 ounce of that. There we go. One of these days, I'm going to get one of these really cool graduated little jigger cups rather than my 1.5 and then eyeball the 3/4. But that's the cool thing about mixology. It doesn't seem to be the end of the world if you don't, if you're not exactly precise. And then I need the pomelo juice. Now, pomelo is a big grapefruit-looking thing. I mean, it's big. It's about that size. And to get the juice, I cut a little bit off so I could have some wedges. But other than that, I had the 2 halves, and I squeezed them like a soccer ball into a glass to make just a bunch of juice. It's bigger than any juicer that I have, and trying to push on it didn't work. The best thing was actually squeezing it. So I need 1 ounce of this juice. And it's got this beautiful pink color. And it's like just slightly, just that slight sour like a grapefruit, but it's not a super sour grapefruit. It's more on the like ruby red side. Give that a little mix. Now I need to, again, this is a shaken drink. So I'm going to get some ice into here. Now, as long as your hands are clean, you can touch your ice. Or if you have guests doing it where it's with strangers, you can certainly use a set of tongs or a scoop. But I'm here and I'm drinking these drinks myself, so I'll keep using my hands. Put that there. I need another martini glass. And I've pre-sliced that. Perfect. So my pomelo will go right on there. And I gotta shake this till it's nice, till it's icy. Like 9 or 10 shakes. But don't count. Yeah. And we'll try to get a high pour here. And bring it back. And if you like, you could also put like a little bit, like a basil leaf or like a basil flower floating on the top there. And there is your pomelo and basil cocktail. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's, I mean, first off, this brings flavors to it already. And then there's that slightly bittersweet of the pomelo, which is, I mean, it's not a fruit I use all that often, but it's great for this. definitely, if you see them in the store, pick one up and try this. And then there's that, the sweet of the simple is there, but you're getting that fresh basil feel on top of it. I mean, this is a really good cocktail. I'm going to firmly recommend you try this. Better save enough for the pictures. All right, so I'm going to reset, and we got one more cocktail to go. Okay, well, this next one is another vodka drink, but it's not a shaken one. It's stirred. So first thing I need is a mixing cup, and it's a vodka drink, like I said. So again, I mean, I do have other vodkas, but it's use them for other purposes. Like, matter of fact, no, this is a rye vodka. I think this would be this is better just by itself. But the Grey Goose is good by itself, as well as mixes well into all kinds of drinks. So again, not a sponsor. I'm just a fan. But we need 1.5 ounces of vodka in here. And I consider getting those little pouring spouts, but for me, it doesn't work better. If I was a professional bartender, I would say, and I was used to that, but I'm just doing this at home, and like most people do, and it's fun. And if it takes me a couple seconds to make the cocktail, no big deal. We won't die of thirst. And now, this, just like I was talking about the basil simple syrup, this is raspberry simple syrup. We're hitting into spring as I'm filming right now, and it's still a little early for local crops of raspberries, but you're starting to see more berries in the market. So I'm going to take a whole ounce of this, which I just had a pint of raspberries in that cup of water, cup of sugar, and then I strained it after I was done cooking it, so that the raspberry fruit isn't in there, but all of its juice is. Yeah, and a little bit of pith in there too. So it does have some body. And then I need to put some ice in here, and we're going to stir. Just those two together right now. And when we get that chilled off on its own, and then I'm going to take a rocks glass and a couple of cubes of ice. Larger cubes. Now, if you got a nice, got a nice rocks glass cube, like a big square or a big ball, use that one here. But otherwise, wouldn't worry too much about it. And since I have them, I'm going to do a twist of this blood orange zest, just the twist, and drop that in. And now I need a gate. And I'm going to strain this over. And now we're going to top this off with San Pellegrino limonata, because this is a raspberry lemonade spritzer, pardon me. And this is by eye. I'm dropping that down the spoon to get it on the bottom. And just a little agitation, because that's carbonated, so now that it's a spritzer. In fact, I may just top it up just a little higher. I just want to have it high enough on the glass so you get good level. Like some drinks that you're making, even though they're in a rocks glass, are only down there, and you don't feel like you're getting your money's worth. But this is going to be light. This is going to be easy. The raspberry lemonade vodka spritzer. Oh, wow. Make me more of these. This, I can picture myself sitting on the porch on a spring day, feeling a warm spring breeze come by. Yeah, these are all really good cocktails. So, let's just show you some stuff you can pretty easily do, and it doesn't take a huge, gigantic bar to get a nice variety. So, add these to your repertoire, And I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you like these, because I enjoy doing this too, besides my cooking stuff. And be ready for more coming up ahead. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe. And let me know what you'd like me to see. Until next time, I'll see you at the next recipe.